in my life, when I really sit back and think about the bigger picture, what I'm trying to do is be the best person that I can be. And I'm constantly trying to be a better person. And the way that I do that is trying to eliminate bad habits, trying to always learn new things and change the way that I think about everything. I work on relationships, I work on my personality. A lot of things are just kind of changing the way that I see myself and working on being more responsible in my life. And I guess you can say by always trying to be a better person, I run into this problem of perfectionism, needing or wanting to be absolutely perfect. And as most of you guys know, that is something that you can't be. You can't be perfect because you're always in a place in your life where there's always something better that you can be. There's also something worse that you can be. At every single moment of your life, you can always be better and you can always be worse. So you're somewhere in the middle. And that's the way that I like to think about it. So yeah, I mean, although I want to be perfect, I try to be perfect, I mess up all the time. I don't always treat people the way that I wish I would. I don't always take care of myself. You know, something that I do a lot is I constantly see myself fall into the same bad habits that aren't healthy. And a lot of times what that is just doing things that aren't productive for myself, wasting time. I constantly say I'm going to stop wasting so much time, but it never really changes. This is something that I'm working on a lot in my life. There's all sorts of other stuff, you know, relationship stuff that I don't do a great job at, if I'm being honest. But you know, if you really want to make yourself a better person, you know, don't expect to be perfect, but I don't think it's a bad idea to at least still try to be as good as you can be. And I think this is one of the things that I think every single person can do in their life, to work on getting better as a person. There are a lot of things that are not in your control, but the one thing that's in your control right now that you can do is you can ask yourself, what are things that you're doing right now that are destructive to you being a better person? What are the things that you're doing that are actually harming or not creating the best results for your life? The things that you are doing that you can stop doing, the things that you can quit, bad habits that you have. This is the one thing that you can control in your life. But what I would always do is I would think about all the things that I could stop doing because they're not good for me. And then I'd be like, yeah, you know, I should probably stop doing all this stuff. You know, it's probably not a good idea. I can't really think of any specific examples, I apologize, but just imagine just bad habits, you know. I'm like, I should probably stop doing that, it's probably not good for me. And then what do? I just go, whatever, I'll just keep doing it. And that doesn't help. And the thing that happens when you know you should be doing something differently, when I say should, we all have things that we believe we should do, all the things that we think would be best for ourselves. But when you go against doing what you think you should be doing, that would make you as perfect as you can be, you end up feeling guilty. You end up feeling like what am I doing? Like, I keep saying that I'm gonna do stuff, but I don't do it. You keep letting yourself down. You keep disappointing yourself, and you feel like, oh man, nothing can ever change in my life. I'm always gonna be the same person. I'm hopeless. So that is why I'm making this video, because I think that, number one, there's a problem with perfectionism that people have in their lives where they always want to be perfect. And it's okay to not be perfect. Like, nobody's going to do everything right in life. You're never going to be absolutely perfect and do everything the right way all the time. Or even, you're not even going to do what's best for you all the time, because you never know what there is out there that could be better. But I don't think it's a good idea to let those failures in the moment, to let those things that you're doing that aren't exactly perfect, don't let things not being perfect stop you from at least still continuing to try to get better, to learn in life, to think differently, to change your, to stop, stop some of the bad habits you have, to create new good habits. It's like, don't quit in your life trying to be better because you're not perfect. That's like one of the big things that people struggle with. So yeah, I mean, there's always something that you do have control over. As long as you're making a conscious effort at all aspects in all aspects of your life, at all times in your life, at least trying to do what you can. The first thing to do, I gotta really push this point because this is kind of the point of the video, is there are things that you're doing right now that you feel like you should not be doing because they're not good for you, because you know they're not good for you. You know there's something right now that you are doing that is not productive for you. Maybe it's something that has to do with other people, how you treat them, the relationships that you have with them. Whatever it is, you know there's something that you're missing. You know there's something that you're just not happy with. I should say, just to clarify, don't expect everything to be perfect, but if you're not doing anything, if you're not putting in any effort into these things, the one thing that you have control over is what you do, is what you try to do. You have control over yourself. You can't control a lot of things in life, but the one thing you have control over in your life, the one thing you do have power over is yourself. So all these things that you know you're doing that you should quit doing, all these things that you're doing that you're not doing that you know you could easily start doing right now, those are the things that you should start on first, because those are the easy things, or those are the things that are currently in your awareness, because there's a lot of things that are going to come up in life in the future that are also going to be difficult for you to deal with, but those things in the future, you have no idea what they're going to be. But there are things that are going on right now, and in order for you have to kind of just work on making sure that you keep getting done all the things that are coming up in your life right now. That way when new things come up in the future, you have more of an approach to them, like this, like you have this attitude of taking care of things versus just procrastinating or not getting anything done. And the reason why I say this, guys, it's because there's a lot of reasons why I'm talking about this. One of the reasons is because, perfectionism isn't a good thing, because it's unobtainable, and you can't, if you always try to be perfect, because there's always something better out there, you're playing a game that'll just lead you to be disappointed and let down all the time. But on the other hand, if you aren't putting in any effort into your life, you'll also feel guilty for not doing that, for not putting in any effort, for feeling like you can never change. And it's like whatever end of the spectrum you're on, whether you're trying too hard to be something that you can never be, or if you're not trying at all, just remember that you have control over only a small amount of things in your life. And you should try to take some time to think about what those things are. And when you get down what the things are in your life that you can do, that you can have some control over, all you can do is try your best. And, messing up, not being perfect, failing at times, not having all the answers, that is a part of life. Perfection, being imperfect is the most perfect that you can be. It's like, I don't even know what I'm trying to say anymore. How do I wrap this up, guys? So what I want to know is what do you think about in your life right now that is something that you could change? Is there something that you're doing right now that you should be not doing, or is there something you should be doing right now that you should be doing right now? Ask yourself why you aren't doing that, and realize that is the first place to start, to try to be a better person. And if you can be a better person in that way, by changing that thing, by working on that thing, at least trying to get better, that's just ultimately just going to keep changing you in a good way. And oh man, how do I even say this? Just leave a comment down below and let me know what's going on. There's so many things I got to deal with in my life that I'm just not happy with myself. And what I'm doing in my life is I'm trying to constantly just be a better person. And I highly believe that everybody should have this mindset of knowing that you can change, that you don't have to feel powerless in your life, but it's like you still got to deal with the fact that you shouldn't expect the world to change. You shouldn't expect to be perfect at any given moment. Be reasonable, but still try. That's all I'm saying. That's all my point is. So, anyway, Thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you thought about this, I guess. Subscribe to this channel if you're not subscribed already. Give the video a thumbs up, please. That helps out a lot, and sharing this video helps even more. So I'll see you guys in my next video or live stream. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time. Take care.